You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Good morning to you, sir.
Hey, right back at you. LL Cool J's having a birthday today.
LL Cool J.
That's a party where I invited. I would probably make time to go to it.
You know what? Yeah, I think it's that would be a pretty fun party, I'm sure.
He's 54 today. Jason Bateman.
Love him.
I love him.
He always hits me as he should be 17. He's 52 today.
Is he 52?
I just love him.
You know what? That seems about right. 52 seems about right. He has actually gotten better looking with age, hasn't he?
I think he's always been adorable.
Dude, I'm a guy.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
I'm a guy, John.
Well, I understand that, but I'm saying, when you see him from back in the day and the stuff he was in back in the 80s, he was an adorable little boy, but now he's like a handsome man.
Okay, John. You just weigh in wherever you think it's going to do you the most good. Or you can do what you just did.
Back?
Yeah. Carl Weathers, who actually beat Rocky in Rocky 1, Apollo Creed.
Okay.
A lot of people mistake that, and Rocky lost in that first movie. He lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, except at the Academy Awards, which I think took
he did well,
Best Picture or something. Carl Weathers is 72 today.
Very nice.
Darn it, he's a good-looking fella, too, isn't he, John?
He sure is.
There you go. There you go. Well, this was in all the papers this day in 1784. Revolutionary War ends.
Oh, nice.
The U.S. Congress of the Confederation ratifying the Treaty of Paris.
What year was that?
That was in 1784, the official end of the Revolutionary War.
But we didn't actually have a president till 1789?
Well, you got to do some stuff first. You got to clean house. You got to, shoot some Brits. And, yeah.
Isn't it? I guess for some reason, I was thinking the Revolutionary War was a little, like 5 years longer than that.
That's why I'm here.
I know. I'm baffled, but in a good way.
Knowledge out there.
Nice.
This is just so hard to wrap my head around. It was 1794. Dr. Jesse Bennett of Edam, Virginia, performs the very first successful cesarean section operation in the United States.
That is a long time ago.
Not only was it a long time ago, he actually performed that operation on his wife.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I wonder how much that was just vengeance or something. Because it was like, hey, honey, I got an idea.
Let's try something.
Get up here on this table, sweetie. Weird as that. And in 1956, and this guy changed it all. He really, really was the song that kicked off rock and roll as we know it today. Little Richard releases the single Tutti Frutti.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Tutti Frutti, by the way, in Italian means all fruits.
Oh, very nice.
In case you didn't know.
Didn't know.
In Aw Rudy, because the thing is Tutti Frutti, Aw Rudy, that used to be slang for all right.
All right.
Oh.
All fruit, all right.
I looked into it. Yeah, they do not write them like that anymore.
No,
Bop,
they don't.
bop, balula, a wop, bam, boom.
Yeah.
Tutti Frutti.
I'm going to put that on a license plate.
And strange, just a flashback here. It was early 70s, mid-70s. Went to a concert in Minneapolis with a couple of my boys. And the bill was as follows. Little Richard, the Edgar Winter Group, who gave us Frankenstein, and the headliner was Alice Cooper.
Oh, my goodness.
You couldn't put three stranger bands together on one stage.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
That is bizarre.
And Little Richard stole the show. In fact, we walked out midway through Alice Cooper.
Oh, no kidding.
Which was fairly awful, according to us, apparently, because we got back in the Chev and went home. So, yeah, honest to goodness. Concert bill. Little Richard, Edgar Winter, Alice Cooper. Those were the days.
Funny.
And I think the tickets were $5 a pop.
Holy cow.
Because I'm that old.
Holy cow. Well, Dan, thanks for that update, sir.
Absolutely. Pleasure to do it.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at BetterCreditCards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
There you go. Snappy salute out the old well-started brim of the Ranger Dan cap to you, too. Look at you over there, Wally. Well, I got to tell you, just an aside here, Hank, you are the porcupine in my balloon bouquet. Heidi!
Ranger Dan.
And you're always just a glint in my eye. As you're well aware, the second annual Ranger Dan Ice Hole Ball is coming up on the 29th. We'll get things underway over at Catfish Bay about 11 p.m. We'll be going until 3 a.m. We got to get this done before some other big ice fishing competition shows up here during that day. And because of that, I thought it would be just interesting to take time this month to talk about fish, because fish are fascinating.
Yes.
And we're talking about ice fishing. That's what the Ice Hole Ball is all about. Absolutely. By the way, I've got 3 dozen bullheads that we netted out there and stapled Ranger Dan labels to them. And while we ended up with some floaters, I'm not sure how that happened. But if you catch one of those labeled bull eyes, that's going to get you a 5% off coupon on all Ranger Dan.
Oh, nice.
So bring the whole darn family. It's going to be quite the event. But did you know, I think we mentioned this the other day, when it comes to the world of fish, and fish, boy, what a fascinating critter. There are well over 32,000 known species of fish.
Right.
Fish, and as we covered, you can normally find them in water.
Okay.
Okay, and I wanted to whittle things down a little bit. There are some fish that truly are absolutely stunningly, breathtakingly gorgeous.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Like what?
Normal people think fish, oh, you look like a fish. Hey, fish face. It's always negative. But there's some fish are absolutely beautiful. The lionfish, for instance, is super attractive. It's kind of how John feels about Jason Bateman.
You heard that,
I
huh?
heard earlier today driving in, yeah. Absolutely amazing. The triggerfish, extremely pretty, but very easily offended by social media posts they don't agree with. Hence the name triggerfish.
That's where that comes from.
While they're lovely to look at, you may not want to engage them in conversation. You have a little number called the French angelfish. Super gorgeous. Unfortunately, very easy for predators to catch because, being French, they surrender easily. Now, there are several different kinds of angelfish out there, but possibly the very most stunning and beautiful is the blueface angelfish. You can tell the difference between it and the other angelfish because its face is blue.
Well, that's handy.
Then you have this thing hangs out at coral reefs, which apparently are somewhere in the ocean. The cardinal fish. The cardinal fish, not to be confused with the cardinal bird. Mm-hmm. They are completely different, except they both are Catholic. Now, as far as super attractive, pleasant to look at fish versus unattractive, not so pleasant to look at fish goes, you should be able to tell the difference by how they look. That's all the time we have for today, little Radio Rangers. I sure hope you picked up a little knowledge. I know my brain is ready to burst here. So until next time, this is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Did you make a resolution to give up drugs? It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for our morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris right now with our coffee break.
Yeah, I have a luncheon meeting at Kaladi's on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Looking forward to it. Love
So-
their stuff. It's Friday, so I'm going to be going with their fish and chips, which is best in town.
Really?
Yeah,
I
now, here's
love
the thing.
fish and chips.
Yeah, I usually vacillate between the mahi-mahi sandwich and the fish and chips. They're both amazing.
You just made a terrible error. You just let your adoring public know that you are going to be there this Friday at lunchtime. That is going to be the busiest place in town now.
I won't have time for autographs or idle
paparazzi.
chit-chat. I'm a busy man.
You just told the paparazzi where you're going to be.
I know, it's crazy. Not easy being me, man. It's pretty. Just when you thought the Amazon facility coming to Sioux Falls is like the biggest thing like ever,
It's a big deal, and then
it's been bumped down a notch.
it's already been trumped.
This is pretty incredible.
This is very incredible.
Asian food production facility that could reach almost $500 million in construction value, not to mention cost overruns and kickbacks, is coming to Sioux Falls,
Overruns and kickbacks.
making it the largest project in South Dakota and Sioux Falls history.
Wow.
That's very cool.
CJ Foods USA, Inc., a U.S.-based affiliate of South Korean global lifestyle company CJ, words I can't pronounce, is building a 700,000 square foot building
Holy cow.
Nice.
on the relatively new 140 acres over at Foundation Park, which is just northwest of Sioux Falls. Now, that's where Amazon's going too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to probably have two giant construction crews over there, like outdoing each other.
And it makes perfect sense because they have, oh, goodness gracious, a couple dozen facilities around the country already. This is going to centralize the whole thing.
Nice.
Which makes perfect sense. So that's absolutely stunning. And it put building permits, everything else, just way over all-time records for Sioux Falls and the state of South Dakota as far as money going into this economy and what's being developed and everything else.
So now these permits were pulled in 2021. So 2021 has already trumped, beat the 2020 record. Is that what I'm understanding?
My guess is this paperwork was probably been in the offing for the past couple of years. I mean, these people started looking around, and there's a reason a huge business will open in a certain place, and it's based on all kinds of criteria from workforce to tax structure to, there's a reason Citibank landed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago. That's what they do. And some of it's just geography with what these people do.
Yeah. Location.
Which is food distribution around the country and globally. It just makes perfect sense. But these other things had to fall into place too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the update, sir. That is really cool stuff.
That's very exciting.
It's pretty amazing. My only question when it comes to stuff like this, in fact, when the Amazon thing broke and they were thinking about 1,000 or so employees, I think about the workforce thing because unemployment isn't really a thing here.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see an increase in population.
Again, you're going to have another influx of exactly.
Yeah, folks saying, "Hey, I'm going to go where the jobs are," and if that's where the jobs are, I'm going there.
So, man, that's just some cool stuff.
It is good, very good stuff. Dan, thank you for the update.
Absolutely.
This is your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota. That's where Dan will be this Friday at noon. Listen to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Let's make 2021 a brighter year. Last year was awful for many people who put everything into a business, hoping to live their dreams, only to have it become a nightmare. You can help them by shopping locally. If you have the means, buy some gift cards from a local business and give them to a friend who could use some help. You'll be helping your friend and the small business, plus all the people who work there too. This is a positive thing you could do that could ripple through your community to make 2021 a brighter year. Take part and learn more at giftcardchallenge.org. Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture, and we're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. And I've got a guest joining me. I have Angela Kennecke, and you might know that name because I grew up watching you on TV, Angela, on Kello TV. How you doing?
You're making me feel old there. I've been on the air for about 30 years there, a little over 30 years. So, I've been there a long time.
Well, and something that you're doing right now, and you're helping people in such an amazing, positive way with an organization called Emily's Hope, named for your daughter. Let's talk a little bit about the story of where this came from, but we want to mainly focus on how this can help other people right now. But we should certainly talk about why Emily's Hope exists.
Right. So I lost my 21-year-old daughter, Emily, in May of 2018 to fentanyl poisoning. We knew there was something going on with her, and we were scheduling an intervention because, as many people who suffer with addiction, part of the disease is denial. And she wasn't admitting to us what she was doing. We tried all kinds of ways, to talk to her, or to get her to tell us what was going on. So we had scheduled an intervention, but 3 days before that intervention was to take place with our entire family, Emily died of an overdose. She was using heroin and had overdosed on fentanyl. And I tell you, I wouldn't wish the death of a child on anybody, ever. I mean, it is the worst thing that someone can go through. And as a mom, I didn't even know if I would survive. And as I went through that whole process of loss and unbelievable grief, I just knew I had to do something or I would be destroyed by her death. And what I decided to do was to form the charity Emily's Hope to try to prevent other people from having, other families, other moms, other dads from having to experience something like this. And I thought if I could just save one person's life, if I could just get people the help they needed and try to remove some of the barriers, that would be something, that a legacy for my daughter and something in my daughter's name that I could do that would also in turn help with my grief.
Absolutely. And I'm so sorry that you went through all of that, but I love the fact that you have taken that grief, you've put a positive spin on that and found a way to help others. And I think that is the most amazing part of this.
Well, the only choice we have in reaction to whatever happens to us in life, and we all, get pushed down into that pit, the only choice we have is our response, really. We're all going to go through some hard times, and so we can only choose how we respond to it. And this is my response, and I have been so blessed. I have had so many, family members and friends and the community at large, rally behind this cause, because addiction touches many, many lives. I would say almost everybody's life, either directly or, indirectly.
Now, for people listening right now, what would you say is the best thing somebody can do if they know someone that's in a situation and they're saying, hey, I would love to be able to help them while they're still here to be helped? What would be the first step, and how can Emily's Hope be a part of this?
So always approach that person with love. That's what I would say. I mean, I think a lot of us were taught, tough love or just, try punishment. Those types of things don't work with addiction. And I think love is the only answer, love and compassion. And I would say reach out to resources, find help for yourself. I mean, fortunately, there are many more resources available now than there used to be. And even in Sioux Falls, we're getting the Link, which is, a place that can help refer people to other people. It's not open yet, but it's in the process. It will be soon. Yeah. Emily's Hope, what we've done is we've raised money for treatment scholarships at the Avera Addiction Care Center. And we have actually helped 44 people so far. And we're a relatively new charity. We've only been open about a year and a half. We've helped 44 people get treatment. And some of those people are now coming forward and telling their stories. We also help support sober living houses in Sioux Falls, including the Emily's Hope House, which is an Oxford house for women and their children, women who are in recovery and their children, to help them stay in recovery, for themselves and for their kids. So we do on our website have resources for families. I think the thing is to act. If you know something's wrong, and this is what I always say, I just wish that we would have acted even sooner. It's hard to know what to do when you're in this situation. It's a very difficult situation, but do something and keep doing something. If you have to get an involuntary commitment, do that, but try to get that person to seek help. I mean, that's what you have to do.
I'm on the website right now, paintingapathtorecovery.org. And as I scroll through here, there's some wonderful resources. I'm going to throw a link to that to make it easy for people to find. Angela, thank you for your time today, and thank you so much for doing what you're doing.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Again, the organization is Emily's Hope, the website, paintingapathtorecovery.org. And I'm going to throw a link to that at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you make a resolution to stop drinking? It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are so gosh darn fabuloso. A little quickie update here on what's going on with Jeopardy, because it was a big thing. Alex Trebek was just cool, and unfortunately we lost him a while back. Ken Jennings has been the first guest host, and apparently, from what I've read, he's done a really good job.
Yeah.
He's very humble. He's very sincere. He's very good at it. Well, he's a bright guy.
He's smart dude. Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And then I think, John, you mentioned Katie Couric.
Yeah, she was on this week.
Is going to be on. You can't make this stuff up. And I honestly remember a few years ago watching him on it. It was a round of Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers actually won.
Oh, wow.
He's a pretty smart guy.
Really?
Well, stupid people don't play NFL quarterback. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, you can't.
But, he hands down one, and now they have approached him, and he is signed on. Coming in the future.
Oh,
he's a little busy right now. He's entertaining the Rams on Saturday in the playoffs.
Okay.
Once playoffs are over, I'm guessing the next couple months, Aaron Rodgers will in fact.
So when he's done winning a Super Bowl, then he's going to do this.
They aren't winning this.
Are they not even in the running? See, I don't know.
This Saturday, number one, the Rams upset Seattle last week. Rams have a pretty good defense, but they're at Lambeau.
I don't know what
I would love to see the Rams win because I'm not a fan of the Packers, but my guess is it's going to be Packers. They're going to win by about 428 points.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There you go. I am pulling actually for Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl just because my son-in-law is a Tampa Bay fan.
There you go.
If he wasn't, I'd be pulling for the Browns because I'm a big fan of their logo. It's easy to draw.
Is it just brown?
They don't have one, John.
All right. Well, Dan, thank you for that update.
Absolutely.
This is Dan teaching John about sports, which is always fun.
That should just be a segment.
No. I still wouldn't know anything.
My favorite, a few months ago, we're going to a banquet, and John says, "Hey, Dan, do you want to go? I think the keynote speaker is Kirby Puckett."
I was wrong.
Which I went, sign me up, because he's been dead for a couple of years. I'd love to see this, John.
I'm not a sports guy. I don't know all these names. No, it was good. I went, and he was a fantastic speaker. And now I'm friends with him on social media.
Of course you are, John.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, January 14th, 2021. The equity markets continue to drift in the face of growing uncertainty. Not only is the fate of the American economy in question, but so is the expectations for earnings. The Q4 earnings season is expected to show a sequential improvement from the prior period, which is a good thing. The bad news is the consensus estimates have trailed prices and has the market set up to beat a very low bar. If the average S&P 500 company doesn't beat consensus by a wide enough margin, profit-taking and correction could begin. Tech shares led in Wednesday's action with Intel posting the largest gains. The company says its longtime CEO will be stepping down after years of sluggish growth and market share loss. The incoming CEO is expected to revitalize the world's largest independent microchip manufacturer, recapture lost revenue, and put the company back on a path to growth. You can get the inside track in your inbox daily at marketbeatminute.com.